welcome back to our final fabulous segment here on CityLine. Before I introduce the amazing people on the couch, I want you to know that they are from Centerforce, and our wonderful one and only Governor Jay Inslee has something to say about what they do. So we're going to roll that footage and then I'll introduce you to them.
I'm looking forward to this discussion. This is a really big deal to me on our ability to give people opportunities who happen to have disabilities. And I want to tell you why it's so important to me. It is, and there's an obvious and a not obvious reason. The obvious reason is that we care about folks who happen to have a disability. We want them to have justice. We want them to have the enjoyment of having a vocation and the social experiences of what a job means to people. We care about them. It's something that is individual in how we feel about other people.
Well, thank you so much for that, Governor Inslee. And now please join me in welcoming the Individual Employment Program Manager for Centerforce, Miss Christina White. Welcome back.
Hey.
Good to have you here on the comfy couch. And you brought with you this lovely, lovely friend of ours, Sherry Marzano. You are a Centerforce client.
Yes.
And it's so great to have you here today. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So we're going to start talking about, first off, if Governor Inslee didn't give us a little inkling of what Centerforce does, Christina, how do we answer the question?
Yeah, so Centerforce is a nonprofit organization that offers employment services and community inclusion services for individuals with disabilities, and we service the Puget Sound area.
Oh, I love that. So when we think about mission, what is the mission?
Yeah, so our mission is to empower these adults with disabilities through advocacy, employment, and education, so everybody has the right to work.
Oh, I love that, because let me tell you something. I mean, watching you, Sherry, move in our green room, and I thought, wow, you do need a support system when you start talking about long-term employment. Sherry, tell us, what do you do that's connected to Centerforce?
They help me work at Regal Cinema.
Yes.
And I tear tickets and scan tickets and I direct people.
And you use that smile, don't
Yes.
you? There it is. That smile when you tell people to have a good day and you say
Yes.
welcome. See? Okay, so I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet about how long you've been there, so keep that quiet just for a second. How long, speaking of how long, has Centerforce been providing services in our community?
Yeah, so Centerforce has been providing services since 1968, so about 55 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I walk into the building, tell me what services you offer.
Yeah, so we offer individual employment services where we help clients basically get a start of employment. So that is creating resumes, getting their names out there, practicing interview questions, basically everything it takes for a client to be successful for employment. So we find them employment and we help them during their employment. We also have community inclusion services where we get clients out involved in the community through events, volunteering, and just making connections like out in the community.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we also involve have independent living services where we help clients basically start to become a person on their own by applying for Social Security, finding them housing, and getting them a higher education. So we're with them the whole step of the way.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to Sherry for a second because something that our audience did not see was that when you came up in your wheelchair, you wanted to be on the couch, and beautiful Christina had never done that before, and she had her hands out, and the question was asked, Sherry, what do you want us to do right now? And you said,
Nothing.
Nothing, because you are so independent
Thank
and
you.
you've got this. And if that doesn't say so much about the support and the getting you out of your home and around other people,
Yes.
what a beautiful gift you have to tell people how they can help you.
Yeah.
I love that. Sherry, tell our friends at home, how long have you been at Regal Cinemas?
23 years.
23
Yes,
years.
and I love it.
Okay, that, I don't, see, I can't even get the words out because I don't know a lot of people who have been at jobs for 23 years.
Well, I love my job, and they treat me as a normal person.
You are, well, you're not normal, you're exceptional. When you smile, the whole room lights up.
Yeah.
And they must just love you there and can't wait to see you come through the doors.
Yeah, they open the doors for me and everything.
Now I'm going to have to come see you. That's one of my
Yes.
that's one of my favorite big cinemas because of those fabulous chairs. I love those chairs. So, Christina, what kind of challenges do clients like Sherry face in securing employment?
Yeah, so I would say one of the biggest challenges is that some employers will see someone with a disability and just assume that they can't work or that they can't contribute to their community in meaningful ways. So that's when we come in with our advocacy to show that they have a voice and look what they're capable of doing. So that's a really big one. So we're trying to prove everybody wrong. And
That's
then,
right.
Yeah, and then I would say a second one is transportation, because most of our clients are unable to drive. So they do have to rely on public transportation, and depending on the area, it's unreliable.
Unreliable. So I wanted to go back quick to Jackie. I don't know if we can, but she's been at Home Depot for 12 years.
Yes.
She just transferred to a new store and adores her team already. There she is.
There's Jackie.
Little bits about Jackie. She collects recycling. She sweeps the floors there and helps maintain the store's appearance.
Yes, she
And
does.
we all know those Home Depots are huge.
Oh, yeah.
So that is a lot of work that Jackie has. Let's go on to Pat. Hello, Pat. Pat is a longtime client of Centerforce. He works at the Children's Museum of Tacoma, where he is a play guide. He hangs out with the children at the museum, and he makes sure that they are safe by just helping to facilitate play and exploration. And he's been known to say that the kids are the best part of his job. And then we have Christopher. Hello, Christopher. Christopher, the Ram, works at the Ram Restaurant and Brewery in Tacoma for 9 years now. He helps clean up the restaurant and the parking lot, which is good because the Ram is so popular. It's never not full of people. Then we have Mark G. Hello, Mark. Mark has worked at the South Tacoma Goodwill store since November of 2021. I think I've seen Mark because I love the Goodwill. I'm in there all the time. And then we have Charlena W. Hello, Charlena. She has been a 10-year employee of Walgreens. And boy, let me tell you, those Walgreens stores, there's so much in there. We need someone like Charlena for me to go, okay, where are those Haribo type jellies that I like that are right next to her? And then Lynette N is our last person we're going to get to know. She is in our community inclusion program where she works on volunteer jobs and tasks. She has been a client since 2017. So obviously, Centerforce is doing some good things. 23 years, and then all of these friends that we just got to meet. That's amazing.
Yes.
So that doesn't happen without job coaching because, as you said, Christina, some people will look at our exceptional Sherry and think, oh, there's a wheelchair, there's transportation. I'm not sure how to address that. So tell us about, in terms of job coaching, are your team members hands-on?
Yeah, so when a client first starts their job, we are with them for the first few days to the first few weeks to help them get a full understanding of the job. And once they get it, then we completely fade, but we come back to doing weekly check-ins with them just to ensure that everyone's doing a great job and everybody's happy. And then once we step back and do our weekly fades, we make sure that we're there to help our clients with wage increases or requesting days off. and things along the lines.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and maybe get them more training opportunities so they can work their way up.
There we go. I would want to be trained by you, Sherry. I would want to sit next to you and watch how you tear those tickets, what you
Yeah.
say, where you direct those people. I would say, give me the best person who does this right now in training. And that would be you.
Sherry.
In this last minute, my question for you, Sherry, is what do you like the most about working at the Regal Cinema?
I like all the people. I like my job coach,
Yes.
Allison and Christina. So I just enjoy my work,
I
or
love
I
that.
wouldn't be there so long.
There we go. I want to thank you both for being here today.
Thank
Thank
and
you.
sharing such good news with us. And I want to have you come back on and bring more people on. And we
Oh my
also want to have
gosh.
Sherry back on again too. And
Oh, thank
we'll
you.
check in and see how you're
Thank
doing. How's
you.
that?
Yeah, that sounds beautiful.
Good. Happy holidays to both.
Happy holidays.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
You're welcome. Well, that wraps up another great segment of CityLine. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be in your home. We've given you some great things to think about, so go out there, be a part of the tapestry, and above all, pay it forward. And when you come back, as always, we'll be waiting for you right here at CityLine. Take care.